Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to Be a Pro with Mike Pops Adams. I'm here with my special guest, Justin Reid, my dog, number 20 for the Houston Texans. Right now he
What
got
up, yo?
Yes, sir. He was a third-round pick, 249 tackles thus far, 2 sacks, 1 forced fumble. 3 recovered fumbles, 19 PBUs, 5 picks, 1 defensive touchdown. That was 101 yards.
Yes, sir.
I actually remember watching that one, bro. Well, welcome to the show, bro. Welcome to the show.
Hey, man, it's a pleasure to be on here with you. I know we've been talking about it for a minute, so it's good to be on here, man.
Yes,
OG,
sir.
Man, was big mentor to everybody he meet, man.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. No doubt. I'm glad you came on the show, man. But let me tell you about that one when you ran 101 yards. I think I was playing with your brother. And
you were in Carolina.
I was in Carolina with your brother, Eric Reid. Eric Reid, his brother, I played with him in Carolina. He was drafted by the 49ers. And I don't know. I think we was watching it. It was something. We were just all going crazy, like, "Oh, that's your little brother." He's like, "Yeah, that's my little brother." And I'm like, "Oh, okay." And that was your rookie year. I'm like, "Okay, Rook."
Yo, hey,
gliding, bro.
That's still my favorite touchdown. That's still my favorite defensive play to this day, man.
Yeah,
trying to tie the franchise record. Man, it was nasty, boy. Huh?
You tied the franchise record, or you have it?
Tied for the Texans. Yeah, I tied it.
Who have the record? Well, who you tied it with?
Man, that's a great question.
Oh, you didn't know?
Yeah, I don't know.
Hey, fact check. My boy Tone to find out for you. There's no doubt. He'll come in.
Fact check Tone.
Tone to come in a minute and let us know.
Right there.
But hey, you went to Stanford, drafted first round. You had the opportunity to play with. We both had the opportunity to play with Christian McCaffrey.
Oh yeah, man, that's a hell of a cat right there.
How was he in college?
Unbelievable, bro.
What
unbelievable motor. Guy just keeps going and going and going. It's wild to see.
Yeah, I witnessed it. So when we drafted him, I'm like, okay, I don't know if he can withstand 30 carries a game. I don't know if he got that wiggle. And I've been watching him, and then I've been watching him in college from afar. So and then because we know the same people, because I played with the Denver Broncos. So everybody was telling him to reach out to me. He got his number. So, we were texting or whatever. So when he got there and I saw him practice live, I said, "Oh my God, we have a problem." Carolina, we have a problem.
He said Luke and all them, said since day one. He said he came out on the field. I think he might have put a move on Luke or something.
Yes, he did.
And then dudes was just like, "Oh, okay, this cat can play."
Everybody said, "Ooh," and then because Thomas Davis is our fastest linebacker, hands down.
Yeah.
And when he got everybody, Shaq Thompson, Thomas Davis, Luke Kuechly, he got them all.
Yeah.
He coming out of that backfield.
That little flutter step, Yeah, I've seen it many times, man, through college and in the league.
I'm like, oh, Cam is gonna love him. That was his safety net.
And then he did it back to us when we played y'all.
Oh yeah. Matt, last year, right?
No, last year. No, he did it back to he did it back to us. Yeah, when we played the Panthers.
That catch he had a nice catch up the coming out of the backfield, and I think that kind of sealed the game because it was a crucial third down play. I don't know if you remember. It was like a diving catch. But
it was third short. Yeah, he tipped it, and then he dove for it.
Tipped it and dove. Yep. Yeah. And that sealed the game for you guys. But he is one heck of a player, bro. How was he like? How was he in college though? I got the NFL aspect. Give me the college aspect.
Man, in college, I mean, he was much of the same cat. He was the hardest working dude in the building, man. I pride myself on work ethic, but that dude worked hard. Every run in practice, he ran it all the way to the end zone. I never seen that before. That's like literally every run, he would run it to the end zone from where we at on the field. Then he draw it back and do it over again. The motor was unbelievable.
Yeah.
He was a great team guy, encouraging. He liked his fishing trips with a guy we had, Keller Chris and Joey Alfieri. Those probably two of his best friends he hung out with. Those guys had, a whole bunch of outdoorsy stuff they were into doing together. But he was overall just a great dude, man. He was a good person, good dude. Looked out for his teammates. Unbelievable. The guy couldn't go anywhere on campus or
really
even in America, man, because he was
a rock star.
He was every young white kid's dream.
You know what?
Yeah, he was killing it, man.
He's big time like that. I can try to call him right now. He won't even pick up. Let's see what he pick up. Let's see. And you could give him a call too and see what he pick up. See who we like better. This is gonna be live too. He gonna be in trouble. Watch this.
Let's see it. You got a head start on me.
When I hang up, then you can call him. Oh, let me see if he big time me. Oh, just the last ring.
Hey, this is Christian. Sorry, Christian.
Oh, he big time me.
Oh, man.
He big time me.
Man. All right, we're going to go 0 for 2. Let's see.
All right. Let's see if he big time me. That's my boy, though.
Yeah, man. He cool. I don't think I'm gonna get the ring either.
No.
Oh yeah.
Oh no.
Oh. 0 for 2.
0 for 2 on C-Mac.
Man.
I'm gonna text him like, yo, man.
We gonna get back.
That was me and Jay Reid, bro. What's up with that, bro?
Hey,
What's
Christian.
up with that?
Hey, C-Mac, you see this, bro? Hey, man, pick up the phone. Yo, holla at us.
All right, so you was a 3rd round pick, right? Mm-hmm. And you left early. So my question was, what was the chatter about? Like, did you leave early because you was ready to leave early, or was the census that's what I was getting to? Was the census you was gonna go 1st round?
Yeah, I had a 1st round grade.
Okay.
I was projected to go there. Had multiple reports come back. My agent told me about that. My head coach told me to leave. I was real conflicted about whether I was going to go or stay because I wanted to come back and win the Thorpe Award, and I knew if I came back, I'd be the front runner for it. But at that point, the cards were hot in my favor. I just came off a season where I got 5 picks, and my coach Shaw and Coach Akina both told me, sat me down in the office, was like, "Hey man, you're ready to go. Keep it real, you're ready to go." So then I did. I ended up falling to the 3rd round, caught me by surprise. I think there's other reasons that, you know what I mean, went along with that. A little bit maybe having to do with.
Yeah, I think I know those reasons. You don't have to say. And I think because everybody
things happen for a reason. Things happen for a reason. You know,
absolutely.
I have in Houston. There's no state tax here. I ended up falling into a really good situation because I very much enjoy quarters coverage and man coverage. 2 of my favorites to do, and that's the type of system that Houston ran. So I just ended up working out. And I've always carried that with me when I even went in my rookie year. I had the mentality of a 1st rounder. I said, I'm going to come in here and make an impact.
Absolutely. And you did that.
Yeah.
So far.
Yeah.
Keep it going though.
Yeah.
So my take on it, I believe that you probably would have went 1st round, but I know with your brother with kneeling and everything, they probably thought you was going to do the same thing. I can say that. You can't say it, but I'm just telling you what I thought. And I could be wrong. I could be wrong, but I'm just telling you what I thought, and that's why you fell. But like you said, everything happened for a reason. And now you with the Texans, no state tax and all the other stuff. And you grew up in Louisiana, so it was perfect.
Not too far away, just far enough away that nobody can pop up on me. But you know what I mean? Close enough I can go home essentially whenever.
Hey, it's nothing like that.
Yeah, you guys are gonna find out about people popping up on you whenever y'all get here too. You're gonna find all type of friends. You remember that time I did you that favor? You know, back in 2nd grade, you ain't have no crayons, man. I lent you some crayons. You need about $500.
You always get those random calls, man. Hey, I'm just checking on you. All right, everything good? All right, click. Call you back. Hey, can I get $5?
Yeah, for real. They always gonna do a pre-call before they get to the second call when they really want. They gonna call you the day before and catch up, and then the second day they gonna call you for what they really want.
Absolutely. Yeah. So what was that? So tell me, what was that transition like from college to the NFL? Tell me about that.
Look who it is.
That's him?
Look
he
who
called
it
me
is.
before me. Put him on speaker.
Hey, C-Mac.
Reid, what's up, man?
What up, man?
Hi.
I am with Mike Adams. We talking on the phone. Hey, he right here too.
How you gonna call him before me?
Mike and Jay Reid called me at like the exact same time.
Yeah, man, I'm on this podcast right now. We just talking a little ball. We talking about me playing with you in college, him playing with you in the league. So we were going to see who you call back first. Yeah. And you, my boy, he called me.
Hey. Hey,
Yeah.
tell him just because of that, he my next guest on the podcast next week.
Respect for his elders, but
Yeah. Yeah, man. So we're just tapping in with you, man, seeing how you doing.
I'm good, man. Doing
Hey,
well.
hey, you hear me, Christian?
How's the thumb doing?
Yeah, thumb taking back. Hey, can you hear Mike through the speaker? Go ahead, Mike.
You hear me, C-Mac?
I got you, Mike. Yeah, I got you.
Hey, since you diss me, you got to be my next guest next week.
I'm in, man.
Everybody heard you right now, so you better be in. When I hit you next week, I give you 2 weeks. I give you not this week. I give you next week. I give you 2 weeks to think about it.
This is classic, Jay Reid. You want to know why I call you Jay Reid?
Yeah, what's up?
I figured you were gonna call me and be like, "Hey, man, how's it going? You good? How you doing?" I don't hear from Mike. That's regular guys. Chop it up real quick. That often.
Hey, you see how you do the OG? You can't. You about to be an OG, Christian, so you can't do that.
Boy, time flies.
Going on
Year 5 now.
I know, year 5. Pretty soon they're gonna call you the old head in the room.
I know. Now I'll be pops. You'll be grandpops.
All right, my boy. Wish you well, brother.
All right, brother. Stay healthy, man. Stay up.
Appreciate it, guys. Thanks.
All right, later.
My boy.
That was classic.
Classic.
He sent me a text who said 1 second, bro, and then he hit you first before he hit me.
Hey man, that's years together, bro.
I should have made his ass buy me donuts when I had the chance when he was a rookie. Go give me some damn donuts right now.
Oh man, them rookie responsibilities, bro. I'm not gonna lie to you. I was a great rookie. I was a phenomenal rookie when it came to getting the snacks and all that. I kept it stocked. These last 2 years.
Oh man,
it wasn't the same way, bro. I was like,
weak.
dang, wasn't finding rookies like I did it.
The rookies was weak.
Yeah.
I'm like, what is going on? I'm not used to this. And I was a new guy coming to Houston, so I'm like, I didn't want to impose my will and overstep none because
you had that right.
But J. Joe was in the room. That's why I didn't do that.
Right.
Me and J. Joe had to be on the same page to do that, for me to do that. And J. Joe gave me the green light, but it was like, I'm like, I'm gonna just play my position. Like J. Joe, this your team, J. Joe. Right. Because I know J. Joe for a long time when he was in Cincinnati and I was in Cleveland. So we go back.
But back.
Yeah, so I'm like, yeah, I'll let you do your thing, J. Joe. But y'all rookies, y'all gotta have some snacks up in this room, bro. What's up?
Yeah.
Bruh.
Man, it really wasn't great. And I don't know if you know Mike Thomas. The one that came from New York.
Yeah. 31. Yep. He was in Miami first. Yep.
Yeah. So Mike Thomas that came in. He did a better job trying to hold. And I did it too. The young rook we got another John Reid. You know what I mean? And he started off even worse than it was last year, but he came around though. He's a late bloomer. It took a little, you know what I mean? A little motivation to get him to come around, but he did eventually.
Did y'all have a rookie dinner?
Man.
Got him.
Man.
Got him.
Man. 20.
That's what rookies don't realize. Rookies don't realize if you're nice in the beginning and you do what you're supposed to do, it won't be that hard on you with the rookie dinner.
Yeah.
But if you're an asshole and you're being rebellious, you don't want to buy Popeyes, you don't want to get anything for the plane, you don't want to breath snacks
every week. You making a king's ransom every week. It's just you just got to spend $300 back on your boys every other week.
So what was his number?
You want a number? We ain't make them pay this, but it came up to 22 bands. Bro, 2 bottles of Louis. Man, it was a fun night. It was a fun night. My boy didn't even order himself a plate. Before he came to try and make the tablets. He ate before he came. So he
try to save that extra money, huh?
We didn't make him pay that though. We just took it down. We took it down to about 8. We took it down to about 8 for him.
Oh man, that's crazy. So getting into the league, right? So before you got to the league, I know a lot of people was telling you different things. I know your brother was in your ear because he was in the league. It was like year 5 for him at the time, or 6, right?
Yeah.
And what was the 5? So what was the best advice that you got? Whether it was for best advice that you received, going into the league, what was the best advice that you received? Whether it was from your brother, family member, from whoever, what was the best advice?
Yeah, the best advice was he taught me to always treat this like a business.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? As far as the contract side of things, he told me a lot of stories of things that went wrong with other guys' deals. He told me a story of this one guy, I don't know if he was in San Francisco or not, to where he had like a $500,000 incentive, but he had to show up to the off-season training workouts. But he didn't know. And I don't know if it was agent's fault, maybe his fault, or his agent's fault for not letting him know, but that was in his contract. He lost out on that money.
Definitely.
It made me very aware of what I'm signing up for and always to treat this like a business. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And it's great to have fun. And then you should have fun. That's what makes the game so fun to play, is you having fun with your boys. But at the end of the day, this is about the almighty dollar, and it's about changing people's lives, changing your life, changing your family's life, and that's how you got to treat it, man. You got to come to the table with your briefcase and your tie on and handle business.
Absolutely. So saying that, what was your best game? You would say, was it that the game? No, you tell me. What was your best game?
My best game this season?
Yeah. No, period. Whenever.
My best game whenever.
No, it's NFL.
I have great games against Jacksonville for whatever reason.
You don't play well against them?
No, I have great games against Jacksonville. I have great games against Jacksonville. Like, I don't know what it is. Like, I had that goal line stop versus Leonard Fournette. I had that pick when we were playing in London against them.
Yeah, you did.
I don't know what it is about Jacksonville, man, but I feel like I got their number with the way that their offensive scheme is. But
hey, one thing about you, like you kind of remind me of myself a little bit too, because like you can play deep or you can be in the box if you want, because you got great range, you got great speed, you're not afraid to put your head in there, and you do a lot of different things. You know, even when we was down, where they put you at the nickel.
Yeah.
You know, in my career, I played nickel, I played dime, I played safety, I played in the box, I played deep. And that's why I'm like, damn, he remind me of myself. You know what I mean? So, you know, just keep that.
And I remember you speaking to me about that too. And it's like, you always got to bring the energy. Every single play, you got to be the one to drive that. You know, I took that to heart.
Yeah.
And you know what I mean? And I think that's fun. And it's fun for guys like me and you that can handle that much information and process it and have a bunch of talent and skill and able to play a lot of different positions. It's fun to move around the field.
And still able to orchestrate the thing and make sure everybody lined up correctly. You know what I'm saying? Because that's our job. You know, our job is to take care of the corners, make sure they're good. And the nickel, which is the linebacker, essentially. So yeah, word. I'm glad you took that to heart. So best game. What was your worst game?
Worst game.
Something that you think about.
Yeah, it might have been the Steelers game this year.
This year?
And the Steelers game, really, because as far as speaking of this year, really because there's one play at the end of the game, man. It was a quick screen to Chase Claypool. And I didn't make the play on it. And there's another play like 2 plays before I missed a tackle on the tight end. It was just an off day for me, man. And it really, you know what I mean? It really hit home. And you know, those days happen. Those type of days happen for everybody. But yeah, man, if there's a game I wish I could have that one back. Chicago won wasn't great, but I give myself a leniency because that's the game I broke my thumb. I finished the game with it. I really should have came out, but I finished the game with it.
Yeah. And was that your last game?
That was my last game. I had surgery 2 days later.
Oh, it was that bad?
Yeah, I tore the UCL in my hand. I don't know if you can picture it, but like when I was going in and it was on a slant play and I came in and a guy saw me and just fell down. And when he fell down, I put my hand out to kind of catch him, and his helmet, all the momentum landed straight on my thumb, and it just bent this straight down. So my thumb normally would stop right here. My thumb was going all the way back here. Yeah, it's completely torn. I put a cast on it at halftime. Just tried to keep playing. There was one out there, one arm, just thugging it out. Because we were already so short in the secondary.
Yeah.
We already had so many people hurt, and I didn't want to throw people out there to where it's going to be miserable. And, I just want to still help orchestrate the defense, at least give the next guy a whole week to prepare to be on the field in that situation.
Yeah, but at the same time, that's why the show is called Be a Pro. You got to be a pro, So if you're not a starter, you have to practice, you have to prepare like you're starting, because you never know when you're going to go in. You never know what's going to happen. This is the NFL, meaning not for long. And a lot of people don't get this opportunity. A lot of people don't get the chance to even be out there, So being on the team, for one, and being able to say that I have a Texans helmet on, even though you're a backup, because essentially if you have a Texans helmet on, you are a starter, because you are one play away for real. And a lot of people don't understand that. They think a backup is like, nah. Have you ever heard of Wally Pip?
Man, let me tell you how many people were missing towards the end of the season for us.
I saw you guys were
cornerback Gary Conley didn't play the season. Starting cornerback Bradley Roby out. Starting safety me out. Starting safety Eric Murray out. Third corner Phil Gaines out. Right tackle
for the second year, he was out again.
Phil Gaines.
What happened to Gaines?
Towards the end, he ended up having something with his ankles, with his knee, ankle, something that was just it was something consistent. It's probably the same thing it was last year.
Did he come back too early, you think?
Maybe, but we didn't have nobody else. They kind of threw him in there.
Okay, so who else? Phil Gaines.
Starting linebacker Bernardrick McKinney out.
Yeah, B-Mac.
Nose tackle PJ Hall out. Nose tackle Dunny out. That's on defensive side of the ball. Offensive side of the ball, Will out. Kenny gone. Randall Cobb out. For a lot of the time, David Johnson was out. The left tackle at the end of the season, Larry Tunsil, was out. You know what I mean? So there's a lot of opportunity for guys to come in and step up and play. There's hell opportunity. This happens on every NFL team too. So your opportunity will come. It's just about you making the most of it.
And I can tell a lot of people in the Texans, they were sleeping. They didn't make the most of that. They didn't, because when watching you guys, I'm like, what are you doing right now?
The most frustrating part is, aside from the Chicago game, though, it was still fairly close. Like, there was opportunities to win. We lost 8 games by 1 score, even with all that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So it just comes down to those small details, though. Those extra things that you take to prepare, you knowing what your responsibility is. You know what the playbook is. You being able to make this check. The coaches having confidence in you knowing the playbook, that they can call the entire playbook and not be limited to just 2 or 3 basic calls.
Yep.
You know what I mean? All those things went into that. And I think that would have made the difference in a lot of those things.
And I think guys that played in that backup role, guys like 3-5 and 3-3, they had an opportunity to showcase their talents. And like, if they had another year, if they were a free agent, they get looked at and they go ahead and get some money. But I don't know. I didn't watch the whole season, but I watched a couple games and I was like, what are you doing?
Yeah.
What's going on? Come on, 3-3. Come on, 3-5. This is a perfect opportunity for you to go seize the moment. And it flashed. Their moments flashed. Like, they have a great play here. I'm like, oh, okay, on AJ Green. Great play. And then you come back and do something else. I'm like, And that's why, and that's the difference between like a backup and a starter. A starter does to make them plays consistently. The backup gives you those.
Yes. Let me say this for all the viewers who got watching the channel right now. Do not judge yourself by all the good plays you make. They're great. Judge yourself by how many bad plays do you make. What the NFL loves is consistency. They want a guy who's going to be consistently good. They don't want a guy that's going to occasionally make a great play and then give up a touchdown the next play, unless you Marcus Peters. You're the only one that can get away with it. You know what I mean? Other than that,
because I can get a pick next.
To be consistent. That man Marcus Peters, boy, he gonna have 4 picks and 3 touchdowns.
Absolutely, that's my boy too, man. God, I gotta get him on the show. Oh, my boy,
get him on here, bro.
I gotta get him on. I gotta reach out to him. Oh man, yeah. Hey, but all right, let's move on now. Right, you got a new GM, Casseroy. I don't know if you met him yet. No, yes, no. You ain't probably get a chance to talk to him. So here's my take on that. I don't know him, right? But I think teams in general, when teams are in trouble, not in trouble. Let me rephrase that. When teams don't win when they're supposed to win, and a lot of teams, not saying they are, a lot of teams go look for the Patriots, somebody from the Patriots to bring that model to that certain team.
Same thing happens across the board. Alabama and LSU.
It doesn't work all the time.
No.
And I think Casseroy will do a good job. I'm not taking anything away from him. I'm just questioning like owners when they go out and seek these players. Like, why are we trying to? I don't know if you're trying to model the Patriots. Because last I checked, every time I'm listening to commentators, I don't believe it fully because I think it's good players on the Patriots team. But I hear commentators say, "Oh, they don't have the personnel for Cam Newton. They don't have the personnel for to block for him. They don't have the But you hired a player personnel as a GM to go somewhere else. So I just get confused. But that's why I don't listen to like commentators all the time, and I don't listen to that. I just go by what I see. Yeah. And what I do know is that I agree with D4.
Yeah.
D4 said we need a culture change. Hold on. D4 said Houston, Texas need a culture change. And I agree with him. When I was there, I said the same thing. I said, you know what? This has to change over here because you get guys don't want to live, this, go this, and it's just it was just out of control.
Maybe talk to me about the difference between that because I got drafted by Houston. And in the last 2 years, I've come to realize that this place and this culture that was here is not representative of what most of the NFL is actually like. I've come to learn that,
that's all you know, Jay.
But it's all that I know.
Yeah, you've been drafted. I know. You don't know what you don't know.
Exactly. So my question to you is, and I've noticed that, and you know what I mean? I've said the same thing too. I said, I feel like we need a culture change, but in the back of my head, I always question myself whether, it's just the way that it is in the league. I don't know any different. You know what I mean? And it's come to find out, especially in the last couple months, after firing of OB and everything like that, it was like, that's when it really came to the conclusion and talking to different guys, guys have been in the league a long time, been on different teams. It's like, that's exactly what we need. We need a culture shift. Yeah. And you know what I mean? And the Patriot way works well with Bill Belichick and Tom Brady together. It hasn't worked so well without Tom. I don't know GM Nick. I don't know him as a man. I don't know him and his responsibilities. I never talked to the guy once. So I feel like it's only fair to give him a fair opportunity. But I have the same questions, though, about the Patriot way and, you know what I mean, that whole tree and how that's doing in the league around just generally in the league.
But we don't know if he's bringing
Detroit Lions anymore.
But we don't know if he's bringing that to Houston. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
He's
probably we have to wait and see. There will be a different head coach.
He got to put his own blueprint on.
And the head coach, I think, will have a bigger impact on the culture than the GM will. You know what I mean? So that is something fair to say that if he's just making personnel decisions, historically, I feel like OB did okay, minus the last year. I mean, last year, like everything that just went on here just was just crazy. Historically, they do okay with personnel, but it was mainly a cultural thing I felt was holding us back from a championship more than it was that the players that we had. So it's just waiting to be seen what the culture will be like, what the new head coach that we hire is going to bring to the table. And I think part of that is allowing your players to be leaders too. You set the culture, you set the example, but you can't be so on top of your players that everyone feels like they're walking around in prison. You know what I mean?
Let me cut you off real quick because I was going to say that same thing. And when I was there, I've been on different teams, and when I was there in Houston, that's how I felt. I felt everybody was walking on eggshells when they saw Obi. When they saw Obi, they didn't know whether to say, "Hey, Obi," or "Good morning." They didn't know what to say hi. They didn't know if just to walk past him. They didn't know what to do.
Mm-hmm.
And one thing I noticed about Obi, like when we got in the team meeting room, it was like, he talking about this player, that player, not knowing that those are our friends too that you're talking about.
Mm-hmm.
This guy can't play. This guy, he sucks. Those are our friends you're talking about, right?
Mm-hmm.
And at the same time, he have to relinquish, like he set the standard. Like, okay, the GM gonna set the standard when Cashley comes. He's gonna set the standard, and the head coach he gonna bring in, he's gonna apply that standard, and they're gonna bring in great players, right? But then he has to relinquish and let his players lead. He got to let the players not take control of the team. He got to let the players like be men and let them go. Like I thought everybody was just so tight. Like I'm like,
everybody didn't know what to do next, and that even went through the coaching staff too. I mean, even the coaches didn't know what was going to happen next. Coaches.
Everything was a secret.
You know what I mean? Yeah, it was crazy. Like there was no way to plan for anything. Nobody knew what the schedule, even the next week, would look like. What time we're going to show up in the building, what time we're going to do this. Like it was all just sent to us the night before. You get a text.
Everything was saying,
this is the schedule tomorrow. You know what I mean? So
everything was
no way to plan for anything. It was always very just here and now. You know what I mean? It wasn't smooth.
Like, come on, be a pro.
Yeah.
And he had to treat you guys like pros. Once he let I firmly believe, like when Nick Cashley hired his Casserole, that's his name, Casserole, when he hired his next head coach, if he let the D4, JJ, you, all the leaders on the team, B-Mac, and Zach, take ownership. Mm-hmm. If there's any problem, handle it. And if it has to come to me, then I'm gonna step in.
Right.
And that's what real vets do. I'm telling you, when I was in Carolina, that's how it was. Ron Rivera, he did not interfere on anything. Why? Because he had vets. He had Julius Peppers. He had me. He had your brother. He had Thomas Davis, Luke Keith.
Y'all had the deepest veteran group in the league, bro.
And if it was a problem, he'd be like, "Hey, is everything okay?" We'd be like, "Yeah, we got it, coach." He'll walk away. And then he'd come to us and be like, "Hey, I heard about this problem right here. Do I have to step in?" Be like, "Nah, coach, we got it." All right. And he'd leave. He let the players take ownership. And when coaches do that, you'll go a lot further. You'll win. Win.
Because your players are going to be more bought into it themselves. They're going to feel more accountable for their teammates and also for themselves.
They don't want to let you down.
Yeah, they don't want to let you down. You want to let each other down.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You don't want to turn it into you just coming in here and clocking in and clocking out. That's exactly what you do not want to turn it into. You want it to be a brotherhood, man. It's got to be a family in there. That's what a true locker room is.
Absolutely. I agree totally, bro. Totally. Hey, so on another note, let's lay back. We was kind of tense for a minute. So I got a commercial break right now. This commercial is brought to you by Hennessy. Privilege. Hennessy privilege. I have it. You should have it too. Nothing's like brown. It go down nice and fine. BSOP. Get yours, 'cause I got mine.
Hey, I got a quick story about this. My man OG, for every player that got a turnover, you will find a bottle of Hennessy VSOP in your locker the next day after the game. Man, OG hooked it up, bro. I kept the bottle. He had it hand engraved. It got the game you played, the day they got your name on it. Man, that was something special.
Respect.
Hey, if you don't mind, I want to copy that idea.
Yeah, you can do it. I'll link you. Link you.
Yeah, I think that was dope, bro.
So I was on and I was talking to Thomas Davis, right? And T.Y. Hilton. And that's what I wanted to leave with you too, because every team has a culture, right? Mm-hmm. Like DBs, like for example, when I was in Indy, I think I told you this story. When I was in Indy, every Monday we went to Roof Kristen 8 as a group. Every Monday, no exceptions. Why? Because I was the OG, right? Mm-hmm. And I said, if you can't come, you best believe the next time you're gonna pay for everything. But if you can't, if you come and you're late, you're gonna pay for the food. And if you don't come at all, you're gonna pay for everything. So and there was a rule that we had. We watched Monday Night Football there. And if you can't stay and you got to come there for 15 minutes, come for 15 minutes, show your face, shake your hand, because you got to take your mom to the airport because we played yesterday. Or, you want to come, just get a drink with the fellas. You're going to see somebody, whatever. Just come, show love, leave. Right? And we did that every Monday. And they still have that tradition. You know what I'm saying? I left that with them. Yeah. And the Hennessy thing that I did with you guys, that was something different. And I hope I leave that. I want to leave that to you. And so, like, when everybody get a turn, hey, bring that Hennessy. Appreciate you, bro. Yeah. But you gotta win. You have to win. You can't just give them a bottle of Hennessy because they got to turn over and you lose. You got to win. You know what I'm saying? So as you get older, you have to mold yourself and set a standard, right? Hey, fellas, this is what we're gonna do, because everybody look at you as a leader anyway. This is what we're gonna do, fellas. Every Monday we're gonna go out, or every Tuesday on a day off, whatever y'all choose. Every Tuesday we're gonna go out as a group, no exceptions. No except if you only could come for 10 minutes, come for 10 minutes. If you can't come at all, you got to pay for next meal next week. And everybody showed faithfully, bro. You can ask anybody that was on that team. Is nobody veered away from it, because everybody doing it. Nobody don't want to feel. Yeah, it's the culture.
Yeah, you don't want to be that guy. You don't want to be that guy, and it's got to be done from the beginning, because it's hard to put it in the middle of the year or 2 weeks into the year.
Yeah. So when I got there, I'm like, y'all not going out?
They got to be set from the get go.
I'm like, we ain't going out. We ain't doing it as a group. Like, what's up?
Right.
I was kind of shocked. And
in my rookie year, we did that. We did it on Thursdays. And then the year you were there, we didn't. And we made it more of a thing this year. But even this year, COVID ended up hitting, and it made it a little bit more difficult.
Yeah. I get that.
But yeah, and that's what I learned. And what I learned from that experience when you were there was we tried to put it in after 2 weeks into the season already. And at that point, it was too late. You know what I mean? I feel like if you're gonna do it, it's the easiest to do it. And it's not too late, but it's the easiest to do it if you just set the precedent from the get-go. That's just about setting the expectation.
I agree. You have to. If you don't do that, then you're in trouble.
You're gonna make it hard for yourself.
You're gonna make it hard. All right. On another note, who wins the Super Bowl?
Who wins the Super Bowl?
Matter of fact, now who is going?
You know who I'm kind of rooting for? Everyone want to say Kansas City is in there, right? I think the Bills got the best chance to beat them.
I knew you was going to say that.
I think the Bills got the best chance to beat them.
Okay.
And we'll see if they'll be in there. And let's see who's going to be in there from the NFC. Who we got in there? Green Bay.
Tampa. Saints. Green Bay, Tampa, Saints. Chicago. Seattle.
Oh, Seattle.
Rams.
No. I'm going to put Seattle in there. I put Seattle in there. I just don't think if Drew Brees could throw a deep ball the way that he used to, I would put the Saints in there because I love Alvin Kamara. AK, man, is cold.
He cold.
Green Bay, I just don't know if they're consistent enough for me. I mean, they got Aaron Rodgers, and that's always going to be hard to beat. But I really like Seattle. I like DK Metcalf. I like Russell Wilson. I like how their defense is doing with Wagner and Jamal Adams. I'm gonna put my prediction is going to be Seattle versus Buffalo.
Seattle and Buffalo. Ooh, that's different. I like it though. It's different.
I'll be out the box.
It is. Hey, only people that believe that is Seattle fans and Buffalo fans. I'll tell you that.
Hey, KC only lost one game in the last 22 games, though.
Word.
That's something you can't underestimate.
Yeah, you can't. All right, so MVP of the league.
MVP of the league.
Right now, you could say D4, you could say Russell Wilson, Pat Mahomes, Aaron Rodgers.
It's hard to say Defoe. Defoe should be. But
He's
it's
up there.
hard to say for who I think is going to win the MVP because the MVP that wins is typically on a winning team. And to be blunt, we just were not that this year. And Defoe definitely had the stats for it.
Yep.
But we just don't have the record to back him on that. So at NFL honors, I feel like the person who's going to win, early on it was Russell Wilson, but
early on it was,
but it hasn't been the same since.
Yeah,
it hasn't been the same in the second half of the season. That's tough.
It's all right. You want to go on to the next one? You can skip.
Yeah, let's skip and come back to it. Let me think.
All right. Player of the year.
Player
of the year. Right now, my player of the year.
Or just basic player of the year.
Just player of the year. Like the person who balled.
Travis Kelce.
Travis Kelce?
Yeah.
Ooh. He was number 2 in yards, wasn't he? He was number 2 in receiving yards as a tight end. He led all pass catchers.
Year. And he didn't. Did he play in the last week? He was number 1.
Stat checker. Tone, talk to me, Tone. We're gonna bring in Tone for this.
Because I remember.
I was gonna say I'm looking it up, but I think he did play in the last week, but I'm not sure. I don't think he played the full game though, but I'll check.
Yeah, because he was leading the league.
Okay, so my thing, I think whatchamacallit leading the league now. Was it the rookie? It wasn't the rookie from the Vikings, right? He was third. Jefferson.
Nah, it wasn't Justin Jefferson. Because
it was
Devontae Adams had more yards than Justin Jefferson. And Devontae Adams got a good run in there for the 2.
Yeah. For player of the year? Nah, I can't get him player of the year.
You're right. He's been special. It's been a special season though.
Yeah, it's been a special season for him.
No, but not player of the year.
So it doesn't look like he did play the last week.
Yeah. Because he was number 1.
Yeah. Yeah, he played 15 games. Yep. Yeah.
He was number 1.
1,416 yards.
Because it was the first time in NFL history, and this was leading into the last week, that we had a tight end leading the league in receiving yards.
Oh, no, but right now, Stephon Diggs is leading the league in receiving with 1,535. Travis Kelce with 1,516. Like I said, he was number 2 leading all of them. And then D-Hop is 1,407.
Yeah.
And then Justin Jefferson got 14.
Yeah.
That was a tight end record, though. All-time tight end record.
All-time tight end record. Correct.
Yeah.
By the way, since I'm here, Marcus Coleman was the guy who had the interception touchdown record.
Marcus Coleman.
Yep.
Yep. I got to beat it, goddamn. Or is that a rookie guy? Hey, Tone, come back, Tone. So was that a rookie record or was that a overall record?
So it looked like a rookie record because Marcus Coleman's was 102 yards, but you have the 3rd longest touchdown in Texans history.
Yeah.
So
yeah. Okay, bet.
There was a 104-yard kick return.
By who? Aaron Glenn?
That I didn't check up. I didn't write down the name. I was just looking defense, but
No, yeah. Good looks, Tone.
Appreciate you, Tone. That's my guy right there.
Man, came with
all right. So okay, rookie of the year,
Justin Jefferson.
Yeah. Okay. I had two. I had Justin Jefferson and I had Justin Herbert. Two Justins.
I think Justin Herbert gonna be special.
Yes, sir.
I think Justin Herbert gonna be special. He real special. It got to be heartbreaking to be a Chargers fan. The way that they lost games this year, it's got to be.
I'm mad they fired my guy over there.
Yeah, but I'm gonna go with the boot boy.
Okay. Coach of the year.
Coach.
All right, so I give you three that I had in mind.
All right,
because I know
I don't follow coaches the same way.
Yeah, I know. So I'm gonna give you three that I have in mind, and I'm gonna tell you why. I said Brian Flores because of Miami, even though they didn't go to the playoffs, they surpassed expectations.
Oh yeah, Miami's secondary is cold.
Yeah,
I love their DBs that they have over there. The way they play.
I'm gonna get to that one.
Yeah,
I'm gonna get to that. Then I got Stefanski. Browns made the playoffs first time in 17 years. Shake your head, Tone.
I think it's 18.
Yeah, it was 18. It was 18.
18. Okay.
Yep.
So they made the Super Bowl. They made the playoffs first time in 18 years, right? And then I got Ron Rivera, and I got Ron Rivera because he had cancer. The owner is going through what he's going through. The sexual
Washington has dealt with all types of distractions and trouble this year.
They have 4 quarterbacks.
Yeah, Alex Smith definitely comeback player of the year. Just a side note.
Okay, that was my next one. But yeah, okay. So those was my three.
Man, that's tough. Browns coach, Miami coach, and Washington football team coach.
I
like Ron Rivera so much. I just have a personal, bias to him because I like him so much.
Okay, so he's the only two going to the playoffs.
My only criticism is, if we're being honest, that whole division really is not very good.
But he going to the playoffs. It don't matter.
He is going to the playoffs.
You know that. It don't matter. You going to the tournament. I don't care how you get in. You going to the tournament because if they end up going to the Super Bowl, right?
That would be nuts. Behind Alex Smith. That would be nuts.
I mean, think about it. Right now, their record is 0-0.
Yeah, that's true.
It's a new season.
It don't matter what you've done before. Everything is going to go home.
It don't matter. New season. Comeback player of the year. You already had that, right? Alex Smith.
Easy then. I'm gonna call Ron Rivera then. Man, the amount of adversity that team and organization has been through, and you really haven't heard anything about him. There's just been all type of fires going around him, man. He's still been able to get the team ready to play every week.
Yeah,
I like Ron Rivera. Whenever I was going through those rookie, no, not rookie. We're going into the draft. You're talking to all types of different coaches and stuff. You know what I mean? Visiting different facilities. I came to Carolina. Ron Rivera was my most favorite coach that I had talked to. Him and Pete Carroll. I like both of them a lot. I'm gonna give that one to Ron Rivera. That's my guy, man.
Well, he's a good dude to talk to too. He's very informed when you talk to him. So I do enjoy talking to him too. Defensive player of the year. And I'm gonna take
picks. That boy got 10 picks.
Xavier Howard, right? Yep. 10.
That's crazy.
It's hard to get 10, boy. He got 10 in the
that haven't done. Fact checker. That have been done. I heard that haven't been done since what? 70s?
And Antonio Cromartie, 2008.
Cromartie did that 2008. You said
I know where I got that from, man. That's a crown piece talking to me.
Right, you wasn't even born. Yeah, that crown piece. Put that drink down.
Also, one of Mike's teammates did it in I think 2005 champion.
Regardless, 10 picks is crazy. I heard TJ Watt had a really phenomenal year too.
He did 15 sacks. He had 15 sacks, yeah. But I think D lineman, you got to have at least 20 sacks. If you have 20 sacks, then you'll get defensive player of the year.
Yeah.
That you gotta have, yeah. And just the same thing with DBs. If you got 10 picks, you should get it. There's no question. There's no question you should get it.
Balling. Man, the one-handed pick he had on Tyreek Hill that he did from a press alignment, outside fade. Man, that play was cold. That play was cold.
Yeah. Word. All right, defensive rookie of the year.
I think that's going to be the obvious Chase Young.
Yeah, I think so too. Everybody talking about Jeremy Chin though.
The one from who he played for, the Colts?
He played for the Panthers.
Oh yeah. I remember one of them. He had that game where he had 2 touchdowns like back to back.
Yeah, but I don't know how many. Let me see.
One was like a fumble recovery touchdown. One was like a pick touchdown. I remember seeing that.
How many picks he didn't have? We had 1 pick. He didn't have that many picks. I think he just had a lot of playing time.
Yeah, he made a lot of plays though.
A lot of playing time. He made a lot of impactful plays.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. I still think I'm gonna give the edge to Chase Young though. Just knowing how this goes, he's been the fan favorite by the way the media been going on and everything. I like his attitude, and especially on the second half of the season, he really started showing up.
Yeah, I agree. Hey man, I appreciate you coming on the show. But before
it's been a pleasure, man.
But before you go, tell me what's the first thing you bought when you got that check?
The first thing I bought when I got that check.
When you got that check.
It was 2018, and I had got the new Range Rover.
Woo!
But first thing I bought was that 2018 Range Rover.
You know what's crazy? You could do that because your brother Reid he was already rich going first round. So he took all the pressure off of you. He paid.
He did.
Mama house was paid for. Everything was paid for. He took care. Everything was straight. And then here you come. You like, I ain't got no pressure. Everything good, man. I could buy what I want now. My big brother took care of everything else.
Man, what? It was sweet, bro.
Yeah, sweet. How was it having it? Did you wish you played with your brother?
Man, playing on the same team would be the most unbelievable thing ever, bro.
Yeah.
I mean, even when we played against him yesterday, that was special because that was the first time I was ever on the field with him at the same time because there's 5 years between us.
Yeah.
You know, there wasn't an opportunity to do it in college or high school. Man, it was really special. And playing together, I tried to get him here early on in the season this past year, but it just didn't work out. But it would be really cool though.
Yeah, no doubt.
It would be really cool.
I hit him up the other day. Well, last week. Last week I hit him up. He right here in Jersey, right down the street. He probably in the house just watching TV or something.
No, yeah, he back down in Louisiana right now.
Louisiana, okay.
Yeah, he building himself a place out there.
Oh, so he's not in Jersey anymore. He moved out.
Yeah, he still got his house over there, but he probably won't be in there much longer.
Look at that. All that money. Tell him to get the house to me.
Hey man, I might need to just come move in your backyard, man. The way you guys still set up over there.
Man, I'm trying to get some of your money, bro. I got old money. You got that. I want that
exactly. Oh, 16 years.
That's old school money. I want that
16
new money.
years. Oh man.
Hey, let me tell you this, right? When I first got in the league, you want to know the minimum that I was making?
What was it?
230,000.
Oh, you a lie. 230? That's what league minimum was.
See how you laughing at me? You like, that ain't nothing. Look at you, right? Now when you come in the league, you guys are making 450. Coming in the league, y'all making twice as much as I was making.
I think minimum more than that.
It's probably 475 now.
I think. Are you talking about active roster?
Yeah, active roster.
I think it's in the 700s.
Nah. That's not 700.
Because all rookies make the same amount.
Yeah. And
all rookies make the same amount. Whether you first round, second round, third round, your signing bonus is different, but we all make the same amount.
so as a rookie, you was making 700.
As a rookie, I was making 700.
It had to be like 5, son. Like maybe a half a mil. 700. I'm mad now. I'm really fact check tone.
Fact check.
Minimum salary for the rookies.
All right, so I looked it up real quick. So it says, as of March 15th, 2020, collective bargaining agreement, 0 credited seasons, 610,000.
What?
Yeah. Yep.
As well, down the middle.
So yeah, so 610, yeah.
Yeah.
Mike's gonna come back for his 17th year.
Nah, bet minimum. What's bet minimum?
So anything past 7+ years is 1 million, yeah.
Million.
Yeah.
Yep. So
See, that's crazy. So you guys coming in, y'all made 3 times as much as I did.
That's crazy.
So it took me 3 years to make what y'all make in 1 year. That's why I played 16.
Hey, but you got the compound interest and all that, my boy. The biggest thing to build money. Hey, that's wild though. That's wild. You said back in the 200,000. Wow,
200, bro. And everybody, when I tell people I got it from the mud, I really got it from the mud. That's why I had to do 16. I probably would have did 10 if I came in making 600. If I came in making 600, bro, man, listen. I'll be building my 3rd house right now.
Yeah. Yeah.
But yeah, I appreciate you coming on the show, being a pro, man.
Hey,
I
it was
appreciate
a blessing,
it.
man.
Definitely a pleasure having you on. Hopefully I can get you back, bro. Probably to the playoffs.
Of course, man. You know we love to chop it up anytime, my guy.
No doubt, bro.
Nothing but love.
Yes, sir. Be safe, bro. I'll be hitting you up from time to time, make sure you're good, bro.
All right, bro. Take it easy. And remember, all them folks watching, be a pro.
Be a pro. That's my dog. Respect. All right, bro.
Are we good?
Yep.
For sure, brody. Later.
Thank you guys for tuning in on Be a Pro podcast. It was fun with my guest, Justin Reid, Jay Reid. I had the opportunity to play with him out in Houston. It was great. You know, we had fun times, and he's only 23 years old, and he's very mature for his age. And he will be one of the top safeties in the league, but with the blink of an eye, you know, because he learns quickly. He's smart. Went to Stanford, catch on things. He hits. He can play different positions. He played nickel. He played in the back. He played deep. He played safety, nickel, corner a little bit, and he's the athlete. And I just try to instill things in the young guys, you know, have something that they can take with them, you know, and that's why we glanced on a little bit about the Hennessy. I mean, we joke about it, but that was one thing that I took there, that every time they get an interception and we win the game, or no, turnover period, and they win the game, I would bring a bottle of Hennessy engraved with their name, the date that happened, was it a fumble recovery, was it interception, and I would do that for him. So I thought that was pretty cool, and now he want to adopt that for next season. So I'm gonna connect him as soon as I can, so he can use that as a stepping stone to have a close camaraderie with his group. And I think that's very cool. But thanks for tuning in. Be a Pro podcast. Y'all know the motto. Be a pro. Pops 29.